Sup guys, Beersy here, and today we're going to look at a Final Fantasy game that was never released in the West, and which is the basis of the remastered version, which has been dubbed the Zodiac Age, which will be released in July, so at the time of the recording of this video, it's not too far away now. So, to quickly explain, Square Enix, and even back in the Squaresoft days, they used to re-release their games in Japan as the so-called international version, which was basically the US version with all of that version's gameplay tweaks, such as 7, Dirge of Cerberus, 10, and 10-2. What we will be looking at today is the so-called international version that never made its way out of Japan, called Final Fantasy XII, International Zodiac Job System. Final Fantasy XII was released on March 16th, 2006 in Japan, October 31st, 2006 in the US, February the 22nd in Australia, and February the 23rd in Europe. It was one of the games that focused on the fictional world of Ivalice, created by Yasumi Matsuno, and has appeared in other games such as Final Fantasy Tactics, Tactics Advance and Advance 2, and Vagrant Story. In 12, you assume the role of Vaan, an orphan teenager with lofty dreams of becoming a sky pirate. Along the way, you meet Penelo, Vaan's childhood friend, Balthier, a sky pirate and dashing rogue, Fran, a beautiful and deadly Viera, Bosch von Ronsenberg, a former knight of Dalmasca, and Ashelia Bernargan Dalmasca, or simply Ash, a warrior princess trying to overthrow the corrupt Arcadian rule.
Who would be next?
Together they all embark on a journey to overthrow the despotic Arcadian Empire and the equally corrupt Thane Solidor.
Anyway, enough about the original game. If you haven't played it, go play it now. It was well received by critics, being one of the very few games having been given a perfect score by Famitsu of all publications. It's a little polarizing by fans, especially when 13 came afterward, but I definitely enjoyed it, and it was innovating enough to keep me interested. So, what exactly was changed? What was added? Let's delve deep into the game and let's find out. I'll be playing the English patched version of International Zodiac Job System here to make things a tad easier to explain. International Zodiac Job System was released on August 9th, 2007, roughly 1.5 years after 12's release. Everything core to the game, for example the story and general plot of the game, remain the same. The bulk of the changes come in the form of gameplay mechanics and styles of gameplay. I won't go into too much detail on what was changed. The Final Fantasy Wiki is a great source for all the changes between the two versions, but I'll be covering some of the major changes that will be the basis for the Zodiac Age. Whereas in 12, you have one large license board that can make all of your characters virtual Ubermensches via shit tons of grinding. Yes, this game is grind heavy. The licenses have been split off into 12 new job type boards, to reflect the 12 different signs of the Zodiac, which is a common theme in the Ivalice universe. Each job board has different fighting styles that each character can utilize through the game, but only one job can be chosen by each playable character. Each job has certain proficiencies in weapons, armor, magics, and techniques, and they differ from job to job. This is a reference to Final Fantasy's well-renowned job system, which has been a part of many Final Fantasy games since its inception in Final Fantasy I and its subsequent evolution in 3 and 5. Starting with Ares, symbolized by the White Mage job, focuses on using white magics, rods, and mystic armor. Taurus, which is symbolized by the Ulan, which is essentially the Dragoon job, focuses on using spears and heavy armor. Gemini symbolizes the Machinist job and focuses on using guns, measures, and light armor. Cancer, symbolized by the Red Mage job, focuses on maces, a mix of black, white, time, and arcane magics and shields. Leo, symbolized by the Knight job, focuses on swords, great swords, heavy armor, and shields. Virgo, symbolized by the Monk job, focuses on poles and light armor, and the only class that can be used barehanded. Libra, symbolized by the Time Mage job, focuses on time magics, crossbows, and heavy armor. Scorpio, which is symbolized here by the foe breaker job, or shown here simply just as breaker, focuses on axes, hammers, heavy armor, and shields, and uses all 4 of the break techniques: wither, expose, shear, and addle. Sagittarius, symbolized by the archer job, focuses on bows and light armor. Capricorn, symbolized by the black mage job, focuses on black magics, staves, and mystic armor. Aquarius, which is symbolized by the samurai job, or also called bushi as in Bushido or the way of the samurai, called mononofu in the Japanese version, focuses on katanas and mystic armor. And finally, Pisces, symbolized by the hunter job, known as shikari, or what is essentially the ninja job, focuses on daggers, ninja swords, light armor, and shields. Each job enables each character to use different playstyles that differ to each character's intended roles in the original game. This enables for replayability, as you can spec your team however you wish, and adds some strategy into the combat mechanics. Speaking of combat mechanics, let's talk about some of the things that were changed in combat. Every attack now breaks the 9,999 damage cap. The gambit system was reworked a little, some have been renamed, and 16 new gambits are available. They can no longer be obtained from treasure chests. The MP system was reworked as well. Gaining quickenings now no longer double or triple a character's max MP, and using quickenings or summoning espers no longer drain a character's MP. But replenishing MP now also replenishes mischarges, same as the original.
Also, the user interface for the battlefield has changed, especially the menus. I personally like the old look, but this look suits the game better.
The Esper mechanics were also reworked, changing certain things such as extending the summoning time from 1 minute 30 seconds to 4 minutes and 10 seconds, a substantial increase in summoning time. Also, you can now control them as well. If you've always wanted to freeze everyone as Mateus, or basically control the god of gods as Zodiac, now you can fulfill those gaming fantasies. Adjustments were made to their stats, and now they have their own set MP to use magics. Some new items were added, such as the meteorites, which cause damage, the bravery-inducing Spirit of Lowtown, or the super rare but extremely game-breaking Baltoro Seed, which grants every single buff to a character. New weapons were also added, but because of the hack of the US version, these in-game models do not exist. Party guests such as Amalia, Larsa, and Redis will now accrue experience points and use items from your inventory. You can now also control them by making them the party leader on the battlefield. Some spells were reclassified, for example Protect and Shell, and their party-wide equivalents, once under the green magic category, now reside under white magic. And one of the biggest changes, one of the useful in my opinion, is that if you press L1 while you are mid-game, it enables Turbo! And now, grinding through areas for loot and EXP just becomes so much easier and less time consuming. Look, don't get me wrong, level grinding and money grinding are essential for the RPG experience, but when you just don't have enough time to spend going through the same areas over and over again, this is definitely a welcome addition. One of the minor caveats of using this function, however, is that it makes everything extremely harder to control. Movement and camera control gets very twitchy here, and it does not help if you're traversing the mountainous Mosforan high wastes, or the twisting caverns of the Hene Mines or the Great Crystal at Girovegan. Some of the more notable but minor changes include the option for widescreen, which was not in the original release, but was included in the US, European, and Australian releases. The job title, appearing next to your total amount of license points. The addition of 753 more chests. Whew, bringing the grand total for chests up to 1,676. And the addition of one thing that is sometimes sorely needed from some games. Well, not one, but 2 New Game Plus modes, if you didn't have enough fun the first time around. Strong mode becomes available after you complete the game normally, and this allows you to start the game at level 90. Essentially, this makes a game a cakewalk, and is usually used if you just want to experience the story again. Weak mode becomes available after you complete trial mode, and sets all of the characters' levels to level 1, and you can no longer gain EXP. You can still gain license points though. This is for the players who desire a greater challenge from the game. This mode requires more strategy when it comes to normal fights and boss battles. Whoa, back up for a minute. Trial mode? Those of you who haven't played this version probably won't know what trial mode is. Prowler Mode is essentially a battle mode which tests your character's strength. You can load in your characters at any point in the story and test their mettle in 100 battles of increasing difficulty. Every 10 battles you can save your progress and you receive a reward to use in game. You can't buy any items in this mode, and if you save over the save you used to start this mode, it's gone forever. If you're looking for a challenge, you can even play through this mode with Rex. Each level pits you against various monsters, and once in a while, you'll face bosses and espers. Some levels also have certain conditions, just like some of the battles in game, such as the hindrance of not being able to use items, magic, techniques, heavy armor restrictions, and etc. Levels 90 through 100 are undisputably the hardest. 97 through 100 will have you facing off with some of the strongest super bosses in the game, namely Zodiac, Yasmat, Omega Mark 12,
and the most insane battle I've ever encountered, except for Gilgamesh.
Fucking Gilgamesh! He's one of my most favourite characters in the series, but damn, this battle was hard. It took me ages to get past this one. Anyway. You will already have faced Judge Gabranth, Judge Geese, and Judge Bergen in the story. But this battle adds 2 new judges from the story that you could not fight before. Judge Drace and Judge Sargabath. Even getting to this point seems trivial compared to most of the battles you've faced so far. So, when you have bested the troublesome quintet of overpowered judges, you'll unlock the aforementioned weak mode for your next playthrough. Trial mode is a test of might, weak mode is a test of strategy and cunning. Completing this game on both modes is essential for completion. We know most if not all of these improvements will make it to the Zodiac Age, so let me know in the comments below if you played this and what was your favourite edition. It may be a while again before I make another video, so drop this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more gaming related videos. They won't be in the same vein as this one, but this was something for me to try out and expand my skills a little bit. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Beersy out!